Hello and welcome back to ECS Coffee. My name is Rebecca and this is the showdown between the Delonghi Eletta Explore and the Delonghi Magnifica Evo with the latte crema system. We are here at our Toronto location today, filming in our brand new studio, and we're going to go through some of the differences and some of the similarities between the Delonghi Eletta Explore and the Delonghi Magnifica Evo with the latte crema system. So these machines are similar in the sense that they're both super automatic espresso machines with an over ice function and an automatic milk frother. But they do have a lot of differences. First up is the price. The Magnifica Evo is nearly half the price of the Eletta Explore. The Magnifica Evo comes in at around $1,200 and the Eletta Explore is around $2,600. So quite a big price difference there. Let's talk about what you're getting with the Eletta Explore and why the price point is so much higher. So on the Eletta Explore, you have, well, over 50 beverages to select from. So that's quite a large menu, but you are able to filter it down using the icons on the screen here. So you have to go, cold, and hot. You also have a favorites menu where you can program and save all of your favorite beverages. So if you're a constant cappuccino drinker or a cold brew drinker or Americano drinker, you can save those and it's quick one touch to have your favorite beverages all right there for you. This machine also has 4 user profiles, so great for a multi-person household and also great for somebody that's going to be drinking a lot of beverages a lot of different ways. So if I filter into cold, all of my cold beverages will show up. It can do over ice, cold brew, and cold foam, which is very fun. You also have your hot beverages here. So scrolling through the menu, you've got tons of options there, and you have a to-go. So to go, you get your own little mug too, which is great. Comes with its own travel mug. Or you could use your 20-ounce Yeti at home, that works too. You just flip up the tray on the drip tray, and then you're good to go. The travel mug will sit right under there. So with all of these beverages programmed in, you obviously have a ton of options. You're not going to necessarily use all of them though, will you? So on the Magnifica Evo, you do have your basic beverage selection menu. You have all of the most important ones. So you have your latte macchiato, cappuccino, espresso, coffee, which is just like a longer espresso, over ice, and then hot water for tea. So this machine does not have Americano, but you could do that in a 2-step process, brewing the espresso and then some hot water. There is a version of the Magnifica Evo that has a steaming wand, and that one does have an Americano program. So if I was gonna take one home, that would be the one for me, because I'm an Americano drinker. Both machines have the automatic milk frothing system, but since the Magnifica Evo only froths the hot beverages, you only have the cappuccino and the latte, you only have the one milk frother. So it's nice and tiny, sits just on the front. On the Eletta Explore, you have 2 different frothing systems. You have hot and you have cold. We have our hot one in right now, it's the black one. And then you also have your latte crema for your cold foam. So this jug will need to be inserted if you're brewing any cold foam. The frothing mechanisms are different and it froths in a different way, so you need a different jug. Well, we're going to brew some cappuccinos and lattes and stuff on these machines, and then we'll talk a little bit more of some of the less fun specs of the machine, bean hoppers, etc., all of that good stuff. But let's make some coffee first. I could use one. So I'm going to stick my mug underneath here. So one of the nice things about the Magnifica Evo, there's many nice things, but this is just one of them, is it is a sensored milk frother. So there's a little sensor behind where the milk frother sits to make sure that you have enough milk in there to perform it. If I remove the milk frother or if my milk frother was empty, my buttons for my milk beverages are no longer illuminated because I can't brew them because I've got no milk. It's just a nice safety feature. Anytime anything like that is added onto a machine, I find it makes the brewing process a little bit easier for customers at home, and it also cuts down on the need for repair because there's less wrong brewing, which is great. As a service center, we love that. So on both machines, you can fully program and save how you brew your beverage. On the Eletta Explore, you're going to be able to program and save multiple ways to brew the beverage because you have the user profiles. On the Magnifica Evo, you can program and save one way to brew the beverage, strength and length, but you can adjust the strength on the fly. Both machines also have a bypass chute located just at the front of your bean hopper. For your pre-ground, most people use that for decaf. So on the Magnifica Evo, you have 3 strength settings, just with the little beans at the top. I always like full strength, so just gonna leave it there. The machine's going to know when I click cappuccino to froth for cappuccino, which is fantastic. So with the Eletta Explore, you can adjust your strength and length before you brew. With the Magnifica Evo, you can only adjust the strength right before you brew. You can reprogram the beverage if you would like to, but if you don't want to program and save, you don't have that option with the Magnifica Evo. So it's just like a one-touch, click it and go. You just do whatever it's programmed to do. On the Eletta Explore, you can make some adjustments. So I'm going to make some adjustments, which means my beverages might not be exactly the same size. So clicking the little plus icon below the machine, actually maybe if I put it to medium, it'll be like relatively the same. I'll leave it at medium, but I am gonna put it to as strong as it can go. And now I am going to get ready to brew from both of my machines. 1, 2, 3, brew. The Eletta Explore is telling me where to put my frothing dial because I have 3 froth sizes to select from with the Eletta Explore. I am on cappuccino, which is what you want for cappuccino. The Magnifica Evo just went ahead and did it right away. Both machines are putting out the froth first. The Eletta Explore is grinding and then brewing. The Magnifica Evo already did grind. The puck's already in my brew group. And then it'll brew. There we go. So this one's finishing up. The Eletta Explore is still going as well. So both machines have the integrated grinders, of course. The Eletta Explore does have a 340 gram bean hopper, while the Magnifica Evo, it has around a 240, 250 gram bean hopper. So a lot bigger in size for the Eletta Explore. It also has this rubber gasket around the lid so that it helps to dampen the sound, but it also helps to keep the beans nice and fresh. On the Magnifica Evo, it just sits on top, so it's just a plastic lid that goes right on top. Now my cappuccinos are done, so let's have a look and see. They do look like they're the same size, so I was right in choosing the medium size on the Eletta Explore. So this one was from the Magnifica Evo, and this one was from the Eletta Explore. Whoop. So let's do a little bit of a taste test. You can see from color that the Eletta Explore is a little bit darker. So since I have more strength selection there, odds are I'm able to get a stronger flavor from the Eletta Explore. I'm excited. I want a cappuccino. Oh, it's so good. Delonghi's super automatic machines have really amazing milk frothers. Like you can see here, this foam is so thick. It's not super airy. It's really creamy and smooth and like micro foamy as opposed to just frothy. It's very good. So this is Magnifica Evo. It's hot too. Yeah, that's very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, now we have the Eletta Explore. So that was very balanced. The coffee flavor was relatively mild. If I wanted to make it even darker in flavor or bolder in flavor, I could decrease my grind size and make my grind size finer. So I'm on the coarser end of grind sizes here, but I could go finer. That'll give me a stronger espresso flavor, but still balanced, flavorful, delicious. Okay, Eletta Explore. Much stronger coffee flavor. Grind size is around the same, but I was able to select a stronger strength selection. Foam looks exactly the same. These machines will put out the same cappuccino. If you play around with the grind size, absolutely capable of making the exact same beverage. And both are delicious. Both are really fantastic. You can see here, like, there's not that much of a difference aside from the espresso. Yeah, really amazing. Really, really, really delicious. All right, we'll set those off to the side and I will come back to those later. Okay, now we're going to brew some iced beverages. We're going to brew the over ice function on the Magnifica Evo because the Eletta Explore has that function as well. We're going to brew the cold brew function on the Eletta Explore because it's special to this machine. So I've got some ice in my cups here. It does fit. It does fit. Just kind of wobbly a bit. Actually, I'm gonna take the milk frother out because I think that's what's restricting me. And I'll be able to put that up more too. So I'll take this guy out. This is a really tall mug. There we go, and that fits so nicely. And of course, I still have my coffee options available for me. And then on the Eletta Explore, I can just sit my jug underneath. So on my Magnifica Evo, all I need to do is select my strength and then hit my over ice function and it's going to go and do its thing. On the Eletta Explore, I am going to go into my cold beverages and I'm going to go to cold brew. I'm going to leave my size as is because medium on this machine was regular on the Mag Evo. So I'm gonna leave it as is. So medium here, if I click start, it's just gonna go. Okay, so I got my strength selected here, clicking over ice. Oh, it's prompting me to reselect my strength. Selecting strong, intense. So on the Eletta Explore, it's taking you through more steps on the screen. We've talked about this before in this reviews with this machine. It's your friend. It walks you through step by step what to do. It's telling me how many cubes to put in, and I'm going to click brew. And now we're going to go. So the Magnifica Evo is going to brew more like an iced espresso almost is the flavor. You're gonna have that espresso feel, that creaminess from the crema. The Eletta Explore with the cold brew is going to be like iced coffee. So it's going to be a little bit fruitier, a little bit sweeter, but not as creamy as the over ice function. I've done a comparison of the over ice versus the cold brew before, so I know what to expect. My over ice from the Magnifica Evo brewed a lot faster than the cold brew. It also started a lot faster. I'm gonna leave it to sit, let the ice melt a little bit so it gives me more like an iced Americano. And the cold brew takes a while to go. So you can hear it pulsing. It's fully extracting all of the coffee flavor and it's going to look more translucent as well. Okay, so my cold brew is done. My over ice is done. So now I get to drink more coffee. So the over ice and the cold brew I mentioned, I know what to expect from these flavors. These machines have the same beans, but these will taste a lot different. So over ice first. It's so good. It's smooth, it's creamy, it's balanced. It's not got a crazy amount of sweetness to it, but you don't need to add milk to this. It's so smooth. Like super low in acidity as well. I could just keep drinking that. That's really good. The over ice function brews a little bit warmer than the cold brew. The cold brew brews at a lower temperature. So you'll see we have a ton more ice in the cold brew than we do in the over ice function. So ton more ice. The ice is bigger too. Yeah, so it tastes a lot different. This tastes like iced coffee. Still very delicious. I mentioned it before, but I actually prefer the over ice to the cold brew. That's because I'm more of a espresso drinker than I am a coffee drinker. Mild, very mild and soft in flavor. Definitely brighter, a little bit sweeter. I really enjoy it. Like, both of them are very nice. I am leaning more towards the over ice function just personally, but both are delicious. Okay, so let's talk about who each machine is for. Each machine is really for anybody, but if you're shopping around, obviously these have very different price tags. So let's talk about who the Magnifica Evo might be for and if this machine would be right for you. So Magnifica Evo, since it comes in two different versions, one with the latte crema system, the automatic milk frothing, or the steam wand, it's for anybody. If you are a extra hot latte drinker, the steam wand version is for you. This machine would be better suited to people that don't want to customize their beverages and just are fine to brew it as is, or to program it one time and leave it. Since you don't have user profiles on this machine or multiple ways to brew the same beverage, you have to be okay to just press and go. A lot of people really prefer that because it's less thinking, it's less time setting it up. You just click the button and it does everything for you. You don't have to do anything. This machine is also really great for people that don't want a large beverage menu because it's overwhelming. I said you have the ones you need. You have cappuccino, you have latte, you even have over ice, you have espresso, you have a longer cup option, either the Americano function on the machine with the steam wand or the coffee option on the machine we have here with the latte crema system. This machine has a 2-liter water reservoir, so you don't really have to worry about that. That's pretty standard. This machine is very easy to use, and with the color display icons, it's very easy to navigate as well. This machine will need to be descaled approximately every 3 to 6 months, depending on your usage. And you'll need to access the brew unit just inside the machine to give it a rinse. I really love this machine. They packed a whole bunch of really fantastic features into this small little unit and gave it a good price tag at just around 1,200 bucks Canadian. It's fantastic. The espresso quality was great. The milk foam quality from the Delonghis is awesome. Their automatic milk frothers are superb. This machine does have the 2+1 year warranty as well. So you register your machine, you get the extra year. We're a service center for Delonghi under warranty. So you know you can come back here and have the machine serviced. Knock on wood, haven't really seen this one come back. So you should be good there as long as you maintain it. The Eletta Explore, it does literally everything under the sun. So really, really awesome option for people that are going to utilize all of the functions that it gives you. If you are a cold brew drinker or an iced coffee drinker, this might be worth having a look at. The price tag is bigger. It's 2,600 bucks. You have 4 user profiles, so really good for a multi-person household. And like I mentioned, cold brew drinkers, cold foam drinkers. Like, this is the machine for you. This was made for you. There's not another machine right now around this price point that offers a cold foam function, so this would be it. Otherwise, you would be making it at home, which we know you can, but if you wanted to press a button, this would be it. It's a little bit larger too, so you have a larger bean hopper. So again, going towards that bigger household. So multiple people using the machine, you want things to be larger, you don't want to be filling constantly. That's what you're getting with the Eletta Explore. If you have a larger household and you do want to look at the Magnifica Evo, it's still going to perform for you. There's no question there. You're just getting more with the Eletta Explore. You're not going to sacrifice quality of your beverage going with the Magnifica Evo. You just don't have as much stuff in the machine. The Eletta Explore will also have that 2+1 year warranty. Since it's pretty much a brand new release, I can't speak to how long the machine's going to last. The Magnifica Evo's been out for, I think, just about a year, maybe a little bit longer now. But we've heard a lot of really great feedback on the Magnifica Evo. Obviously, we love using it as well. Same with the Eletta Explore, we love using it. It's so much fun. It does have Americano though, so it's already built in. With over 50 beverages, you're gonna have literally everything you could think of. And it also has connectivity to the app. So the Eletta Explore is able to connect to Delonghi's Ready to Connect app. It's completely free. And with specific machines, you are able to connect to their app, brew from the app, make modifications to your beverages on the app, do cleaning cycles on the app. There's a lot of information on the app. It's kind of cool. It's called Coffee Link if you wanted to download it, so you can and then connect to the machine. The Magnifica Evo will not have that function. So really not a deal breaker for me personally. I'm not much of an app user, but if you are, then the Eletta Explore can do that. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching, guys. We will see you next time. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media channels, and cheers.